92% of people who try to break a bad habit fail within 30 days. Let that sink in. Out of 100 people watching this, 92 will give up. But what if you could be in the 8%? You've tried everything, haven't you? The 5 a.m. wake-ups, the cold showers, deleting apps, throwing out junk food. For a few days, you feel unstoppable. Then life happens. One late night turns into 3. One cheat day becomes a cheat week, and you're right back where you started, wondering, what's wrong with me? Here's the truth. Nothing's wrong with you. You're just using the wrong system. And today, I'm going to show you a 70-year-old Japanese philosophy that's helped millions break free from habits they thought were permanent. Most of us attack bad habits like a war. We declare, this ends now. We go all in. 5 a.m. workouts, cold showers, deleting every app, throwing out every snack. We spend hundreds on gym memberships we never use. We download productivity apps we open once. But here's what no one tells you. Your brain isn't designed for sudden change. It's designed for survival. And to your primitive brain, radical change feels like a threat. So it fights back. How? With fatigue. I'm too tired today. With cravings. Just one won't hurt. With rationalization. I'll start fresh. Monday. This isn't weakness. It's not laziness. It's biology. Your basal ganglia, the habit center of your brain, loves routine. It hates uncertainty. When you try to change everything overnight, you're literally triggering your brain's threat response. Cortisol spikes, motivation crashes. But in 1950s Japan, engineers discovered a workaround, not for people, for factories. It's called Kaizen, continuous improvement. But the story behind it is fascinating. After World War II, Japan's manufacturing industry was devastated. They couldn't compete with American mass production, so they invited American quality experts to teach them. One of those experts was W. Edward Deming, and instead of copying American methods, the Japanese adapted them. Toyota didn't ask workers to revolutionize the whole car overnight. They asked, what's one tiny thing we can improve today? A slightly tighter bolt, a 2-second faster motion, a cleaner workspace. Small wins compounded daily. Within 20 years, Toyota went from near bankruptcy to the world's most efficient car manufacturer. But here's the magic. This same philosophy works perfectly for human behavior. Because Kaizen doesn't fight your brain, it sneaks past its defenses. Let me tell you about Sura. Sura was stuck in what she called the scroll trap. Every night, she'd tell herself, just 10 minutes on my phone before bed. 3 hours later, she'd still be scrolling, exhausted, hating herself. She tried everything. Just one page, that's it. Week 1, she did it 4 out of 7 nights. Week 2, 5 out of 7 nights. Week 3, she found herself reading 3 to 4 pages without thinking. Week 6, her phone was staying in the kitchen overnight. Week 12, she'd read 20 to 30 pages before bed. Naturally, she didn't quit scrolling, she replaced it. And she did it without willpower, without drama, without eating herself up. That's Kaizen. Let's break down why this works. Say you want to exercise. Old way. I'll work out 1 hour daily. Brain response. That's hard. That's time consuming. I'll avoid it. Kaizen way. I'll move for 60 seconds. Just 1 minute. It feels almost silly. That's the point. Your brain thinks, well, that's not threatening. I can do 60 seconds. So you start. And here's the beautiful part. Starting is 90% of the battle. Once you're moving, you often keep going. But even if you stop at 60 seconds, you won. You proved to yourself, I can do this. You showed up. You kept your promise. And that tiny win, it builds momentum. It releases dopamine, not from the achievement, but from the completion. Your brain starts to wire. Exercise equals success feeling, not exercise equals punishment. Let's get into the neuroscience for a moment. You have 2 key players. 1, your prefrontal cortex, the rational planner. It says, I should exercise. I should eat better. But it gets tired. It's energy intensive. 2, your basal ganglia, the habit autopilot. It loves routines. It runs on patterns. Here's the problem. When you try massive change, your prefrontal cortex is all in, but it's like a muscle. It fatigues. By day 3, 4, 5, it's exhausted. Kaizen's secret weapon? The 1% rule. Improve just 1% daily. Mathematically, 1% better daily equals 37 times better in a year. 1% worse daily equals nearly 0 in in a year. Small choices compound. Let's make this practical. Health, old, no more junk food. Kaizen, swap 1 soda for water today. Productivity, old, work 4 hours without distraction. Kaizen, work for 2 minutes before checking phone. Learning, old, read 1 hour daily. Kaizen, read 1 page. But here's the critical piece. These aren't just actions, they're replacements. Because every bad habit serves a need. Scrolling leads to boredom relief, connection. Snacking leads to comfort, stress relief. Procrastination leads to fear avoidance. Perfectionism, smoking leads to stress relief. Ritual, Kaizen says, keep the need, change the action. Bored, read 1 page instead of scrolling. Stressed, breathe for 60 seconds instead of snacking. Overwhelmed, write 1 task instead of avoiding work. You're not removing something, you're upgrading it. Before you start, let me warn you about the 3 biggest Kaizen mistakes. Mistake number 1, making it too big. I'll meditate for 10 minutes. Too big for day 1. Fix. Start with 60 seconds. Seriously. Mistake number 2, skipping the why. You need a trigger. Don't just say, I'll read. Say, after I brush my teeth, I'll read 1 page. Anchor it to an existing habit. Mistake number 3, perfectionism. Missed a day? Great. You're human. Kaizen isn't about perfect streaks. It's about returning to the habit. Miss Monday? Do it Tuesday. The goal isn't 30 perfect days. It's 30 days of showing up, even imperfectly. Remember, consistency beats intensity every time. Here's your challenge. Step 1. Pick 1 tiny habit. So small, it feels laughable. Examples. 1 minute of stretching after waking up. 1 page of a book before bed. 1 minute of deep breathing when stressed. 1 glass of water before coffee. 2 minutes of decluttering 1 surface. Step 2. Anchor it. After existing habit, I will tiny habit. Step 3. Do it for 14 days. Not perfectly, just consistently. Miss a day? Reset. No guilt. Step 4. Track it. Mark an X on a calendar. Watch the chain grow. Then come back and tell me how it felt. Comment Kaizen plus your tiny habit below. I read every comment and I'll cheer you on. And if this helped you see habits differently, subscribe and hit the bell. Every week, I break down science-backed strategies to master your mind, your habits, and your life. Final close-up, warm tone. Your life won't change in a day. It won't even change in a week, but it can change with 1 small step today, then another tomorrow, and another the day after. That's Kaizen. That's how transformation happens. Now go take your first step.